Good evening. Happy Wednesday, guys. I'm in my chair tonight because it's more comfortable and because then you get to see the tree a little bit and because I don't think Mike's joining me. He's MIA. I have no idea where he is right now. I just heard him come back on the side by side. So I don't know where he went. Um I did park my truck in front of the shop because, oh, which reminds me, I was supposed to go put food out for him and I forgot. Because my truck tire was low. I haven't been driving my truck that much because I've been driving my mom around in the Civic. Because it seems like we have a doctor's appointment about every other day. So we have another one tomorrow. So I've been every time I have to go into town, it's got to take the Civic because it's the only car she can get in and out of. And so anyway, they've been driving the truck more, and I'm like, if you're gonna drive the truck, you gotta do the things when they need the things. Hello, Paul Hyman, Auntie Ann, howdy, howdy. What's going on, Shiloh Acres? What's going on? Hello, Greg. What's happening? Hi, guys. Welcome, welcome, Todd's Adventures. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, and then today we found out that um, uh, so Frankie's boyfriend Trey has been borrowing the Fit, which is technically like Mike's car. The truck is like my vehicle, and then the Fit is Mike's car. But Mike doesn't go a lot of places. Like, can we not do this right now, computer? Thank you. Um, Mike doesn't go a whole lot of places. Like he does, but a lot of times if we're going somewhere as a family, we're gonna take the truck because we got to get, we're gonna be getting feed and whatever, right? Um, and it's just more comfortable if we're all going somewhere together. I swear I have so many pop-ups on this computer all of a sudden. I don't know. Ever since I got back from California, my computer has been like rebelling. Um, so it is what it is. Hello, Scott from Pontotoc. What's happening? Um, but yeah, so he's been driving it, and it's not my vehicle. So I'm very much a stickler about like doing my like getting things done on vehicles. Like when they're supposed to happen. And Mike is more like, "Oh, it's fine. I know it says that it still has oil in it. I know it says, it needs a change, but whatever." But anyway, um, so they changed the oil in it finally because the last time it had been changed, I took it and got it changed like shortly after we moved here. So it's been a while. And granted, it had not been driven a whole lot. Like there wasn't a lot of miles on it, but it was whatever. Hi, baby. Toothless just popped up here, in case you can't tell. um, and so Trey's been driving it because he takes Frankie and him to school and to practice and all of that stuff. And I guess today the transmission started slipping, and Mike's like, "Yeah, I guess I was supposed to flush the transmission when it hit 100,000 miles, and it's like at 150 now." So they put some stuff in it that one of our buddies said to put in it in the meantime, and that's supposed to help. And then they're gonna totally flush it out. Um, he ordered all the stuff to do it and the tools he needs and all that good stuff. Say hello. You want to say hello? Come here. Oh, just a baby. Yeah. Anyway, so he's gonna fix that up. I think we're doing that on like the 13th. So, my hair is all stuck in my earring. I didn't even comb my hair, people. It's happening. It is what it is. It's been a day. Um Hi, David Glunt. What's happening? Hey, Billy Tyson, what's happening? Um Charlene Grady, hello from Cape Cod. Yeah, little Toothless is she jumps on my back all the time. Like it's on my shoulder all the time. I think she's 50-50 my cat and Frankie's cat. I mean, she's Frankie's cat. Like she sleeps with her most of the time, but then if she gets hyper at night, Frankie kicks her out and she comes and sleeps with me. So, I don't know. Um, and then she's with me like all day because I'm home, and she tolerates Mike. She does not go up and like go near Mike or cuddle with him or anything. But me, she's always in my lap or on my back or whatever. Um, anyway, so got to get the transmission thing taken care of on that vehicle. Um, so that the kids are riding around safely and not blowing up the fit. So, good times. Gotta love it. But first time here, also ex-LA, ex-California, and I love it. Now in Indianapolis, and I do not regret it. Here, here. Here, here. What is it? Diet Pepsi Vanilla. There we go. Yes, I concur. Toothless is part parrot. Homegirl is always hopping on my shoulder. Always. Yeah, I mean, I just had to come back. I had to spend almost a full month in California living in a Motel 6. I just got back the end of October and getting my mom taken care of. She'd been in the hospital and stuff, and she's out here now with me. But I was just living in the Motel 6 in California for a while. And man, I did not like, I miss my friends and I miss like the family that I have left that's there. But I don't miss the craziness of California. I do not. Um, you know, you girls in your hair. I know, Paul. I'm sorry. Well, normally, I mean, I at least like even if I don't like I didn't wash it clearly. And like I worked out and I had it up in a clip, and all I did after I like showered and like slapped my face on a little bit was take the clip out. Like it's I don't know if you can like it's knotted. I've not even brushed it. I've literally been running around. Well, I didn't even run around today. I was on the phone a lot today. I had to make mom a couple of other doctor's appointments. I had to take care of some of her other things that needed taken care of. So I every day is like I'm a secretary. I am you know, the person in charge of all the things. And so it's been um a little overwhelming. Like my girlfriend's birthday is in like 2 weeks. And my girlfriend Beth, that you guys have seen in videos and stuff, and we were talking about doing the car that day. And I was like, let me text Beth and see what she wants to do for her birthday. Usually we just go out to dinner or we go to one of our houses and like somebody cooks or we bring food and we like have a hangout night, right? And that's like how we do our birthdays. And she's like, well, we haven't even done your birthday yet because I was in California in the Motel 6 for my birthday. And so my friends out there, Tony and Rachel took me out to dinner on my birthday, and then that afternoon, an old family friend, Belinda, took me to lunch. So, like, I celebrated my birthday, but, like, very minimally, and then it was back to work the next day, and it was only because my birthday I think it fell on a Sunday this year, was the only reason why, like, I didn't have doctor's appointments and phone calls to make and things to do for my mom because everything was closed. So, I had kind of like a respite that day, and that was, like, the only thing. Um, but, we didn't really, like, celebrate it, so she's like, "We can't," and this happened last year too, and I forget why. Something happened where we didn't get to really celebrate my birthday, and Beth was like, "We haven't even celebrated your birthday yet. We can't celebrate my birthday." And, and I'm like, "Well, I don't care, like, it's not a big deal." Like, next year, though, I'm turning 45, and I wanna actually, like, plan something and do something. And next year is gonna be her 50th, so we have to do something big for her 50th. But this year is, like, 44 and 49 or, like, whatever, right? So, we don't care. But next year are big years for us, so we have to, like, do it upright. Um, but anyway, I still don't know what we're gonna do for her birthday, but, like, I feel bad because she feels bad, but I'm like, "I don't care." Like, I don't wanna do anything. I'm just like, "Whatever." Auntie Anne's birthday is coming up on Monday. Whoop, whoop. She's gonna be 21 again. Happy birthday, Auntie Anne. Oh, yeah, you can't forget Smurfette's birthday. 100%. A joint party. Yeah. I mean, it'll be mellow. It'll be, like, our husbands and, like, whatever kids of ours that are, like, available and, like, our other girlfriend, uh, Jen, and her husband's probably out of town, so probably not him. So, you know, it'll be whatever. And we've been saying we're gonna have a girls' night since last year. We have not managed to do it. So, there's that. Because I did last year, I remember I was like, "I wanna have a girls' night for my birthday," and then we, like, never managed to get our you know what together and, like, do it because Jen's mom died. And, like, leading up to that was in hospital. Like, Jen was out of town for my birthday. When she got back, her mom went into the hospital, and then we were, like, round the clock with hospice, and then it was Thanksgiving, and then, her mom died right before Thanksgiving, so it was like, we just have not had a girls' night. There's just been one thing after another for all of us. So it's just been, like, we still manage to, like, do the kids stuff and, like, do the church stuff and, like, handle our business, but, like, we haven't had, like, a fun night, just us girls to, like, but it's fine. Auntie Anne's birthday is 7 days after yours. You're like Irish twins, but not at all. Sounds like party at Jen's house, no husband, right? I know. Except her dad lives with her. So, but Bob knows how to party, so we could allow it. Well, I'm not 45 yet, Paul. I'll be 45 next year. I just turned 44. But I did get carded the other day. I bought beer for Mike, and I did get carded. Now, I know they have a policy that if you look under, what is it, 40 or something now, they're supposed to card you. I don't know if I look under 40 anymore, but I'll take it where I can get it. Hey, Lonely Hitchhiker Cat, what's going on? Thank you. It's good to be back. I still feel like I'm adjusting to being back home. Like, I got so used to living in a Motel 6, like, it's taking me a really long time, I feel like, to, like, get back into the swing of being home, which is weird because now I've been home. Have I been home? Yeah, I've been home as long as I was gone. That's accurate. But I still feel like I don't know, I still feel like there's stuff that I would have done in October around the house, like, I do kind of like a post-summer, early fall, like, I have certain things that I do around the house to, like, clean like I today I got up on the ladder and sprayed bleach on the front of the house and, like, hosed it off, but it had been an extra month, so it it was just I don't know. It's not I'm gonna have to get the pressure washer out and do it because it's not happy. So no, I was here in Mississippi when I got carded. I'm right there with you. I lived in California for 60 plus years. It's not the same place it was in the 60s and 70s. I'm in Colorado now, and stress level is a lot lower. I hear that, Gina. Yeah. It's crazy because even like, I grew up in the 80s. Um, I was a teenager in the 90s. It was very different. And then I know some of that is just because it was the 80s and the 90s and like it was a very different culture then than it is now. Um, in general, you got dropped off at the mall and your parents came and got you at dark, it was just like that was a Saturday. But I don't know, I just feel like it's just very, very dense. Like San Diego is like a small town in a lot of ways. You can't hardly go anywhere and not run into somebody that you know. Um, and even though it's very kind of spread out, it's the traffic is very different. Like the people aren't friendly like they used to be pre-COVID, I feel like. It's just very different vibe now when I go home. Like it's just not the same, you know. I hate it when I get carded and I say thank you. They say it's just policy to card everyone. I know, breaks my heart. I had one kid tell me that one time and I was like, you could have just said you looked so young. You didn't have to tell me it was your store's policy. And break my heart, young man. Yes, it takes time to get in the groove again. It really does. And I don't know why I feel like I felt out of place in California, like I wasn't home, but now that I'm home, I feel like I don't have my land legs yet in a way. And I think some of it is because like I had to bring a lot of stuff back with me from California and I unpacked most of it, but not all of it. And so I feel like I'm a little bit in flux, I guess. Like I brought home my dad's desk, but the challenge is getting it upstairs. Like I can't do it by myself. And so I need help getting it upstairs. I need to wrangle Frankie's boyfriend one day and be like, I need your young back and strong muscles. Um, so we'll see. Um, of Colorado, it's just a mini California now. I do hear it's becoming bad in certain areas, but there's a lot of places like that, Dano. Like it's, it's really any place that has a major city that's becoming more of a metropolis. Like look at Tennessee. between Nashville and Memphis. And then, here we have Jackson and what's the other one that's supposedly a little bit more cray cray? Is it Biloxi? Might be Biloxi. Something else. I think it's if it's not Biloxi, it's something on the coast, which is also have they all have the higher crime rates too. So it's just, it's a hot mess. Hey, big country, big, huge, out to my most fave auntie. Talking to Auntie Ann. And I keep meaning to ask you what it's like to be tall for the dwarf cute and too short for the adults. Oh, Paul. Hey, Mike Birch, what's going on? Fist bump. There you go. We don't have to worry about that in Kansas. Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's some places that you like never hear about, like Nebraska. Nobody ever talks about Nebraska. I know it exists. I'm sure that there are cities in Nebraska, but you don't hear about them. Like, I don't know. I know there is a Sydney, Nebraska. I do know that because my aunt was from there. Like my adopted aunt, like my mom's good girlfriend that was like around a lot when I was a kid. Um, so see, you guys can't see it, but Toothless has curled up next to me in with her little feet on my legs, and she's all. Let me see if I can do it so you guys can see. Maybe not. Oh, I better take it off of here. Hold on, I'll show you if I can. Oh, my little thing is. Well, you can. There she is. Hi. Yeah, she just. Sorry, I'm not good at this. There we go. Does that make it angry? There we go. She's pretty cute though. Um, Colorado is bad now compared to when I was there in 94 through '07. Yeah, I've been driving Kenny Jr. around the back field. Still need to put the loader back on. Oh boy. Oh, thank you. Big hugs to Miss Sid too. Thank you, Big Country. Oh yeah, Omaha. There you go. That's where the steaks come from. Um, yeah, I mean, there's just some places that like, but it is getting harder and harder to find places that have like the things that you need or want to live around, but yet aren't like too close to a city. Because that's really the tipping point, I think, is if you're too close to a major city, like San Diego is kind of becoming little LA, which is horrifying. Um, but a lot of people like Mike and I left during the mass exodus, which started in like, I want to say it started in about 2017 and it really ramped up. And then like a lot of people left after the vid because how the state handled that really pissed a lot of people off. I mean, they shuttered businesses. Like it was really bad for a long time. So a lot of people were just like, nope, I'm out, you know. No, Sid, no. Do not corner your daughter's boyfriend saying, I need your help back. Oh, no. Well, he's really sweet. Like I do tell him sometimes I'll be like, hey, can you help me with this? Or like if I come back with feed and they're here, he comes and unloads my truck for me. Like, but we're good to him too, you know? So Frankie's blowing up my phone. She just sent me 5 text messages in a row. Perhaps it's important. She knows where I am and I know where she is. So, oh, no, you don't. I already paid Miss Lindsay. I already paid for D now. I Venmoed her today, which changed it to I already paid for Dino. I have been mowed her today. Whatever. She'll figure it out or she won't. I don't know. They're doing the discipleship now in January and the first cutoff to join is this Sunday and you had to get your money in by then. And I Venmoed the youth director today um, before the rate increase. So Cuddly Texan, what's going on? The Bay Area is an outhouse. That's what I hear. It's no bueno. Getting ready to give my wife her IV meds, 4 to 6 weeks of antibiotics. Oh no, Mike, what's going on with your wife? That sounds not good. I'm sorry. I got a great deal on tires, so Kenny Jr. will have all new shoes. Oh, nice. I like it. What's up, Shade Tree Cook? What's happening? What's happening? Yeah, so I don't know. I just like I can say this, like I'm really like okay. So like I drove obviously when we moved here. I drove from California to Mississippi, but I drove with like a team of people. Like I was the one driving a vehicle, but I had Mike in the car with me the whole way. I wasn't by myself, right? And then we had the CB little radio so we could talk to each other in the different vehicles because there was 3 vehicles. And we had the U-Haul and then we had my friend so my one friend was driving the U-Haul, my other friend was driving the truck with Frankie in it, pulling a trailer, and then we were in the Fit. And we had the cats in the car with us. We had Brutus, who's no longer with us, and Marty. So, and they were riding in the hatchback. Um, so yeah, it was a good time. It was good times, good times. But now, yeah, Auntie Anne is shorter than me. I'm 5'2", and Auntie Anne is, I think, 5 foot even, aren't you? I think she's a little shorter than me. She's doing much better. Good. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, see, 5 foot even. That's what I thought. But see, I always feel like I'm so much taller than people, even though I'm only 5'2", because and if you ever meet me in person, you'll see this. Um, if I sit next to somebody, they could be 6 feet tall. If I sit next to them, we're gonna look like we're almost the same height because I have a really long torso and no legs. So like if Mike and I sit next to each other in like pictures and stuff, if we're sitting next to each other, it looks like I'm either a little bit taller than him or the same height because I have just such a long torso. It's ridiculous. Um, we are rooting for her. I don't know what's wrong with her, but I'm glad to hear that she's doing better. She's 4'12". Well, maybe she will be in a few more years. Maybe she'll start shrinking. And you have really long legs. Exactly. I know. We always joke about that. She has the legs and I have the torso. So, yeah. Can you imagine how tall we'd be if we swapped? Well, one of us would be really short and the other one would be really tall. If like if my torso with your legs and then my legs with your torso would probably be like 4 feet tall. But I bet like with my torso and your legs, we could get up to like 5'5". I bet you. We just need to like You're like a penguin. I am. Or a runner duck, one of the two. Amy's short leg problem? I don't know. Maybe. Shorter than Auntie Anne, is that possible? Hides. Another 1 foot 16 torso, so 4 foot even. Ah, oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you lost your sister. Prayers to you and your family. I'm sorry. What's up, Sean? Let's trade paint. What's happening? Ridge Life's in the house. Tim and Meredith are up next. Is the Body Snatchers talk? It is Body Snatchers talk. We were talking about how I'm 5'2" and Auntie Anne is 5 feet tall, but she has long legs and I have a long torso. Like if I sit next to somebody who's taller than me, we look like we're the same height because I have such a long torso. So we were saying if my torso had Auntie Anne's legs, then that person would be like 5'5". But if my legs and her torso were together, that person would be like 4 feet tall. So that's what we came up with because we're weird like that. I don't know. Did you guys set a date yet? I have not watched any YouTube this week. My life has been nothing but doctor's appointments and errands for mama. And Lady Meredith. I like that. Oh, I'm gonna start calling her Lady Meredith. It sounds so fancy. I like that, David. Pettit Jean, River Homestead, what's going on? What's going on? Dude, I had a total Biden moment yesterday, by the way. So yesterday was our town's Christmas parade, and I am the head of the I haven't really officially named it anything, but we do soup on the night of the parade in the FLC, and I'm in charge of organizing that and handling it for the last few years, and really since I moved here. And it was actually really sweet because the first year I helped out, and then the gal who started the program like many years ago, she's elderly, and it's kind of funny because Miss Betty actually used to own this house. Like she used to live here in this house. And um, so her kids like grew up here. And so, but obviously they're like older and have grandkids now themselves. So she asked me if I would be willing to take over that committee. And I was like, sure, I love that. Like, it's totally up my alley. I would enjoy that. And she was going in for like, I think that was when she went in for like a surgery or something. And she was like, I just can't do it anymore. I'm just getting, it's too much for me. And I was like, no, I would 100% love to take it over. So I took it over the following year. So this was like my third year, I think, doing it myself. Um, I think, I don't know. Anyway, that's not the point. She was so sweet last night. Towards the end of the night, right before the parade started, where we all go outside, and we'd been serving up soup, and I had a hot chocolate and cider bar, and I had coffee on the other side, and like the whole thing. And she came in and she was like practically in tears, and she was like, I'm just so proud of you, and thank you for keeping this going, and you do such a wonderful job, and it just makes me happy because this was my baby, and I feel so good that you're the one that has it and you're taking such good care of it. And I was like, oh. So it was really sweet. And I forget why I was telling you that. Oh, because I had my Biden moment. So I had ordered a bunch of these like freezer containers. So basically what happens is like whatever I encourage everybody and their mother to make soup for the parade. Like I want so much leftover soup that it's stupid. Okay. So I bug them for weeks every day at church and like send out text messages to the church group and whatever. And I'm like, make soup. I need soup. So I ordered these frozen containers, and then we had some containers already. And so anyway, we have a stockpile of them now, which is good because I'll tell you why in a minute. So at the end of the night, before we go out for the parade, I turn all the big roaster pots that have all the soup in it off, and I start letting them, cool off. And I have some that people bring in cold that I haven't heated up that have gone in the fridge. So all of that gets packaged up into these freezable containers and we throw them in the freezer. So then um, when we do our pantry boxes, we can do a little extra blessing of some homemade soup to go with the Christmas box. And I love that. People get so excited. We started that. My first year here was when we started it. So we did it in Christmas of 2022. So, and that was a big hit. So now we've just done it every year. And I always buy the containers, and we have some that are left. And then people bring in like the big the gallon ice cream containers. And then the gal, Miss Betty, who used to live in this house, her daughter Lisa, who works at the school, she gets these containers because she works in the cafeteria, of like strawberry puree or something for whatever it is that they're cooking. But they're these really nice freezable containers. And she's like, I have all these containers. And I got to thinking, I've been throwing them out. Do you want them? And I was like, heck yes, I do. She brought in a ton of them. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Lisa, these are amazing. So I'm like, keep them coming. So anyway, so I'm taking the extra containers in these big, bulky, very light, but bulky and awkward boxes upstairs, like past the kitchen, past the pantry, upstairs to where like the offices and the storage room are. And these stairs are very like slick. They have this like weird, like plastic coating on them. I don't even know how to describe it. I've never seen this on stairs before, but they're like, I'm always careful when I walk up and down them because they're awkward. And I also feel like the distance of them is a little off. Like they're not like they're gated weird to me. Um and so anyway, I'm going up the stairs and I biff it hard. And I go down on my knee, box goes everywhere, containers flying, and I go all the way down. There was no recovering. Like I went all the way down. And so I'm very sore today from my fall because I'm now 97,000 years old, and a slight fall like that could send me to the hospital at this point. So anyway, so I have this big old bruise on my knee, which actually didn't bruise as badly as I thought it was going to, but I am sore. My lower back, my DDD is like Sister, what you doing? So a little sore, not great. But then I'm doing a bowl and a blessing because we have kind of like the holiday letdown, right? In like January and February. It's like you're after the holidays, but then you've got these 2 months where there's no real celebrations. It's really dreary out. Um, it's cold as all get out, and you're just in the thick of winter in January and February. And so I'm gonna do a bowl and a blessing, which is basically we're gonna have soup. I'm going to encourage people to make soup again. And then that month's pantry boxes is going to get an extra blessing again with whatever's left over, but we're going to invite the community in. It's going to be a sit down thing. I'm going to train the youth on how to serve and take an order and do all of that. The pastor's going to give a little sermon. I might have a couple people sing a little something, something. And I think it's gonna be good. But I'm a little nervous about it because it's gonna be a little different setup than the soup parade, but I do need the containers, so I still need them. The short legs did mess me up, no joke. What's up, Mississippi? Love y'all from Kansas. Howdy, howdy. Dawn, what's happening? Dawn and Big D. Sorry, I was yapping and not reading comments. My bad. If you said something important or have a question, I'm not scrolling back. So type it again and I promise I'll look. Sounds like a great time to do a cruise. Oh, I missed something. I know our cruise is coming up too. I know. I'm not ready. I'm gonna have to make sure, like, I don't schedule any appointments for my mom that week. Like, I already realized that whatever 6 months ago, before we knew we were going on this cruise, Frankie and I have dental cleanings the day after we get back. It's fine. It is what it is. Um, Something important. There you go. I just said that you slid down the stairs like a cartoon character. I completely did. It was not one of my most graceful. I did catch myself on the stairs. Beth was coming up behind me, so at least I didn't fall like at least it wasn't a whole domino situation where I knocked both of our asses out. But I definitely went down pretty good. And she was like, "That's gonna leave a mark." And I was like, "No telling," you know? But oh, gotcha. Yes, January is a bad month. It's a great time for a cruise. It is. It is. Yeah. Oh, no, I'll be ready for one by then. Like I'll be ready for a little break, I think. I really do. And just some downtime with my kid. I feel twofold bad because I basically missed I was sick right before I had to leave to go to my mom. So I missed one of her home games because I was sick. And I told her, I said, "Look, I'll rally. I'll come," because they weren't doing halftime that day, they were only doing the pregame, and I was like, "Look, I'll come and I'll watch it," and she's like, "Mama, you're sick, just stay home." She's like, "It's fine, you'll come to the rest of the games," and she's like, "We don't even have our costumes tonight." It was like the first game or whatever, and I was like, "Okay," and I had seen one game already, that's true. No, there had been one game already that was home game and I had seen, but they didn't have, like, their whole routine yet or whatever. Or they only were doing part of it. I don't know. Anyway, so then I ended up being in California and missed all the rest of the games. So I felt bad because that's like one of my deals with her is that like I'll always come to your home games, but I wasn't even in the state. So best thing about short legs is you don't fall far before your butt hits the floor. Yeah, except I fell forward. I mean, it was a total Biden move. It really was. I fell up the stairs. 100%. It's just not one of my greatest moments. So so it'll take any excuse for a drink. Oh, I will after this year for sure. You can show the diva your boo boo. Yes, I know. I told him about it, but I didn't show it to him. I told him I was like, I fell going up. I go, I was going up the stairs and I fell, and he goes, "You mean like Biden?" And I was like, "Exactly like Biden." So yeah. What's up, Brian? What's happening? When Pop would drop something on the floor, he would ask Mom to pick it up because she was closer to the floor than he was. Yeah, that's the hazard. You are so cute, kitty. I love when you're sweet like this and not being a hellion. Just doesn't happen very often. No. I wish you guys could see her. She's like, well, I mean, I know I showed you once already, but she's just curled up on like on my leg, and she's so cute when she's being sweet and innocent. And then she turns back into an agent of chaos. Then I want to murder her like I did earlier today. But no mic again. Guess Mare is gonna go live by herself. Oh no, she's gotta tell us to use the deer with the Creedmoor. Yep. There you go. I know poor Mike has not had a chance to go deer hunting. There has just been so much going on, you know? There's just been, like, an onslaught. Like, Mike was supposed to take vacation last week. He was off, like, he was supposed to be off all last week. He ended up working every single day at, like, his day job. So, he didn't get to go hunting. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, Toothless is curled up. When she's sweet and cute, she's Toothless or Angel Kitty Baby. But when she's acting up, she's Dragon or Agent of Chaos or Satan, sometimes just Satan. But right now she's being super cute. Like super, super cute. Like she's complete here. Let's see if I can do it without waking her up. Hold on. This cord stopped typing up. Oh, it woke her up. Why are you mad now? Dragon. What's you mad at her? Are you sleepies? Oh, sleepies on my leg. She's so cute. I just love her, even though she's a complete brat. And she's not even my cat, but she's kind of my cat. And I know in a couple years when Frankie goes off to school, well, now this cord's in the way, but whatever. She's gonna be, you know, here. I know I did wake up Satan. She went right back to sleep though. She's the cutest little toe beans. I think Mike's gonna let me get a cat for Christmas though. I wanted a cat. Mike break for hunting fun. Oh, thank you, Dan. Thank you. That is so sweet. I will tell him. That will buy him some ammunition. Thank you. Well, dizzier, yes. Thank you. Dano P. Cola, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I just like I feel bad for him because I mean, I know he's gonna go hunting. We just literally he just has not had time, you know? And you can't go hunting, he gets off work and it's already dark. And if he can't take the days off that he planned to take because things happened at work and he ended up working, he doesn't get to do it. Janky B, what's going on? Been listening, cooking dinner. Good evening, folks. That's right. Dexter is sleepy, except for when he's sleepy. That's right. I do need another cat. So right now, Frankie's cat is the only inside cat. And I like to have a cuddle buddy. Like Marty was my cuddle. Like, I mean, Marty's not dead, by the way. He's outside now because he decided that he wanted to pee all everywhere but the litter box. And I did everything to cure him of it. And I could not cure him of it. And he's fine. He's healthy. There's nothing wrong with him. He just like if he uses like he legitimately like I don't know what his deal is. I used to like I would think I had it figured out and then I would fix that thing and then he would do it again. So it was always something. But anyway, you just can't have a cat that's gonna pee all over the house. It's just not gonna work. Um, anyway, so the best this about cats is the dog pound. What? Say what? Does what he wants. Yeah, basically. Is Marty and Bunko getting along? They are sometimes. So it's funny because when Bunko comes in the house, like when Bunko was the only outside cat and I would bring Bunko in when it was cold, um, they would get along fine. Marty would get a little bit upset because Bunko would vie for my attention and like want to cuddle with me and stuff. And Marty would keep his distance from me a little bit because he'd be like, I'm a little not happy with you right now. But outside, Bunko will not let Marty come near me during morning coffee. He will hiss at him and he'll be like, "Meow, meow, meow." Like he'll do that, and hiss and spit at him and swipe at him. And Marty's like, dude, chill. First of all, Marty's like 4 times as big as Bunko is. And so then it becomes a contest as to who can beat me sitting down from the time I walk to the front door to the couch with my coffee on the front porch. And usually it's Bunko, but every once in a while Marty gets there first. And then inevitably one of them gets up to go like eat or go to the bathroom. Boom, the other one's like in my lap. So they take turns, but they also kind of stay out of each other's way. They're fine at like breakfast time. The three of them, Stitch, Bunko, Marty, they're out on the porch with me in the morning. They're having their breakfast. You know, Stitch comes over for cuddles, but like doesn't want to cuddle. Stitch likes uppies in the morning. He like comes and stands and puts his legs up, and then you like pick him up and cuddle him, and he like makes biscuits on you, but then he wants down. Like, okay. So, and I would make Stitch an inside cat because I feel like he would turn into a total cuddle bug, but that's like Mike's shop cat. So I can't take his cat away from him. So I just have to get a new cat. I need a new cuddle buddy in the house. And I could make Bunko an inside cat, but Bunko is such a cool outside cat. Like, and he is a good little hunter. Like, I'd hate to like, I mean, he'd be fine if I brought him in. Like, I don't think his heart would be broken at all because he loves the dogs and he loves when he would get to come inside. But I don't know. We'll see. But Mike was looking up all these like, I know, dang, Martine gone nuts. More Mexican food. I know. Probably we didn't feed him enough quesadillas. That's probably what happened. Ah, who knows? My grandpa always said that cat is only good for target practice. Oh, Billy. I love, I was never like my mom hates cats. Um, well, she says she hates cats. I've had cats since Mike and I got married. And so 20 years now I've had cats. And she would always love the cats I had, and she would, like, cuddle with them and pet them and whatever, and she'd be like, "Oh, I like cats," but then she I don't know. She would never own a cat. She's like well, now she really won't not because she's in assisted living, but, like, you know but, like, yeah, always need the yard and barn cats, yeah, so we've got 3 now, although I know Marty's not worth a darn when it comes to the hunting. Like, he stays on the porch, and he occasionally goes to the shop. But that is it. He stays very close to the house. He's a porch cat. Bunko will be like all over the place. Stitch will go all over the place, but I can still holler for either one of them, and unless they're in the midst of a hunt, they will come right back. So, cats, flipping cats, I know. Oh, I don't want the naked cats. They have you like so they're very oily, and you have to feed them like a special diet, and I don't know. I just want like a little I really wanted that one that I found at the gas station to make it, but unfortunately he didn't. He was the sweetest little orange cat with these like amber colored eyes. He was so cute. But he was so, so sick and just couldn't save him. But I just want like I don't know, all my cats are cool. Like I can when I call them, they come. Jaden was that way. She was my first cat. Every cat I've had, with the exception of Jude, if you've been around a long time, you know Jude. He ended up being an outside cat because he was feral. He was feral. And but Lundy and him, like he would wait for Lundy to come out in the morning outside the back door and they would love on each other. And he would like Lundy would pick Jude up by the scruff of his neck and carry him around, and Jude loved it. They were the weirdest odd couple. His name is the Diva. No, he's a terrible cuddle buddy, by the way. He assaulted me in my sleep the other night. I had to yell at him the next morning. I was like, "First of all, sir, you" he does this thing in his sleep where he tries to take my pillow. Like, and sometimes he does it like a magic trick. Like he's trying to take like a tablecloth off of a table and not disturb the glassware, but he does that with my pillow in my head. And I'll be like, "Give me back my dang pillow." He does it in his sleep, but still. So the other night, luckily I was already a little bit awake because he was really cutting it up with the snoring. Like he was full blast and like even my earbuds weren't drowning him out. So I was like awake and he was fidgeting, whatever. And he had encroached so far onto my little sliver of our king size bed, like not cuddling, but like pushing me out of it, that I was already like trying to kind of push him back because I was like, I'm literally going to fall out the bed at this point. Like, how much of the bed do you need, sir? And he like flung his arm and like hit my head at the same time as flopping his pillow over onto where my head was. And I was like, "What the heck are you doing?" Like, I yelled at him and he kind of like, "Oh," and like went back to sleep. But I'm like, "You, sir, are terrible." I was given a solid white, long-haired, pugged-faced blue Persian. Wow. I just want to cuddle a flashy cat, said no one. In his sleep. He's punched me in his sleep before. He's like he hasn't had a really violent like where he's done that to me in a while, but like this last night I was like, "Bro, for real? Can we not beat me up in my sleep?" Like, can we not do that? You're not given the choice. It's their word or their world, and you're just in it for feeding and occasional warmth. Yeah, my cats are always really good. Like if Brutus was that way too, Frankie could say bedtime, Brutus, and he would just follow her into bed. Like, I mean, yeah, like I don't know, our cats are pretty good. Dragon's even pretty good. Like I tell her to come and like, okay, we're going upstairs, come to bed. And because I usually go to bed first before anybody else, and she'll come to bed with me for a little bit, and then she'll go back downstairs and when there's activity down here and like go to sleep in Frankie's room. And then when she bugs Frankie enough, Frankie kicks her out. And then she comes back. And then when I get up to go to the bathroom in the morning, she like appears like at 3 in the morning. And I'm like, okay. So she's pretty sweet. I do love her. But anyway, all that to say is I want my own little cat. But Mike, of course, was like, oh, we'll find her like some certain breed cat. And I was like, I want some back alley. I don't want some pedigreed paper cat that you spent 2 grand on. Like, I don't want to spend that kind of money on a cat. I'm sorry. Like, no. If I'm going to spend that much money on a cat, it's going to scoop its own litter. Like, legit. So, bottom line, um, I think Mike's going to just give me permission to get a cat for Christmas. So, I guess I just need to start looking for like a kitten. I want one that's like fresh. I want one that's like just weaned. I want as young as I possibly can get. I want teeny little, teeny baby. We have 3 asshole orange cats, a blue Russian, a tuxedo cat, and a calico, a Siamese, and a black and gray tabby. My goodness. I don't know what I have. I know Marty's a tabby. Bunko's obviously orange. So technically, I think they're all tabbies when they're orange like that, right? And then what's Stitch? Stitch is black and white, but also put together by a committee and has a broken tail and one jacked up ear. But he's happy as can be. So, and he's fattened up. He's not a skinny mini anymore. I can get some of the ferals around here and send them to you. No, I want like a sweet little baby kitten that I can like train. So here's my thing. And I've never had this problem until this one. But we've also never raised a kitten fully in the house. Jude was in the house as a kitten for a little while, but he was just too feral, so he ended up going outside. But he even never tried to jump on like the countertops. This one, she doesn't get on the kitchen counters. Like I've caught her like once, but she knows as soon as she does it, she's like, I'm not supposed to do that. But she wants to get on the dining room table, all the things, and I just don't stand for that. I'm like, you can get on the furniture, like where we sit and we cuddle and whatever, but like I don't want you on desks, tabletops, countertops, like none of that. So I don't know. The cat it was given was about $2,000 show cat. Oh yeah, see, I don't want that. Our one cat, Rambo, he'll sit at Rob's feet until Rob goes to bed every night. That's so cute. Marty used to do the same thing. Like if I didn't go to bed or if I was doing too much walking around and he wanted to cuddle, he would be like walking around yelling at me until I either sat down or went to bed. And he would like, and she does it too. They'll come wait for me like while I'm brushing my teeth and getting ready for bed. Like they would just like sit outside the bathroom door and like wait for me to go to bed. So it's like just like this. As soon as I sit in my chair, this cat is boom here. I know. Hug him and squeeze him and calm. Oh yeah, I do have the spray bottles. We have one in every room of the house for that exact reason. And believe you me, when I was putting up the tree, I sprayed the ever living you know what out of this cat because anytime she even went near it, I sprayed her. So, knock on wood, she has not messed with the tree, nor has she messed with the ornaments. And we had the tree up by itself for a while before we added the ornaments, and so far so good. We'll see. I don't want a baby possum. Well, this I haven't tried using the spray bottle on Mike, but it might work. It might be worth a try. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. And then, uh, but yeah, I just want like a little fresh, not feral kitten. Like I don't want like a truly like feral back alley cat, but like I want a friendly kitten that like will be happy that I like scooped it up from obscurity and will just be my little buddy. You know what I mean? Like I want that cat that I can like, oh, I'm gonna go pick up Frankie. The cat will get in the car with me and like go on a bye bye. Like I probably still won't do that. But like just a cat that like will cuddle with me and like curl up with me and go to bed, you know. I just love a good cuddly cat. And I want the one like my cats always want to sleep between my knees. I want one that well, Marty will sometimes sleep up here when he was in the house. He got the older he got, the more he wanted to sleep up here with me. But thank you, Billy. It's actually I'll cut out a little bit early because I do have to go pick up Frank and I started early. So I've got what, 9 minutes left before I hit my hour mark. Um, but yeah, I do want to get a little cat. So, but Mike, I guess Frankie told Mike that like I was worried he was going to get me some expensive cat that was going to be like too old or not want to bond with me and we wouldn't vibe. I want to be able to vibe with whatever creature I get. It's very important. You know? I don't know. I just want a little baby. I just want a baby. I think that's why I like having so many animals. Mike would only let me have one kid. So now I need all the babies. I think that's I think that's the problem. So I just want to go like adopt some little baby kitten. I don't care what it looks like. I have to see it and know and have the vibe. I do love a good orange cat because I like their little personalities. But like I really don't care what color it is or any of those things. I just want the vibe. I want it to love me. I want it to be my new best friend. But I don't want to do another all black cat because this one tries my patience. And as adorable as she is, and she's so soft. Like she really does have the softest fur. And I want a short-haired cat, by the way. I don't want a long-haired cat, but I want like a soft short-haired cat. Does that make sense? Like Marty's fur is really rough. Like he's not soft. But like Bunko is soft and he's short hair. And this one is really soft, but she's also still a baby. So I don't know. I gave my mom and dad a little Manx cat and she was a hoot. I don't know. Is that the breed that has no tail? I always forget. Duncan used to love sleeping on my chest like he did as a kitten, but 23-pound weight on your chest isn't conducted to proper sleep. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't even weighed Marty. He's huge. I have no idea how much he weighs. Yes, no tail. Okay, that's what I thought. I told my kids that I could oh, and it went away. Okay, I won't read that then. Fine then. Retract your message. See if I care, Billy. Yeah, I do. I just want a little like when we first got her and she would sleep with me, she would curl up right here and go to sleep. And I'm like, I want that. Like orange cats do have a reputation. Like they do have a reputation for being either really crazy or really dumb, but they also have a lot of personality and I can't imagine my life without Bunko. Like I can call Bunk from the back porch and he comes running from the back pasture and like wants to be picked up. And when I pick him up, he goes ragdoll. He'll go backwards and just completely go ragdoll in your arms. Like he's just the weirdest little cat and I just love him. But I don't feel like it would be fair to him to like now make him an indoor cat. I mean, I could make him indoor outdoor, I guess, but I don't know, I just want, like, one that's always with me, you know? I don't know. Eh, I used to tell my kids that I could have gotten a dog or a cat instead of them. She was orange and obeyed my dad like a dog. Yeah, see? Jaden was like that, that was my first cat, and she was like that, but when I got her, she was, like, 5 years old, and she just showed up. She used to come stand at my door when I was working in the bars, and she'd be at my door at, like, 2:33 in the morning, and so I finally, after, like, a while of this, I put a collar on her and, like, put her back out because we lived in the apartments, and somebody called me, and they were like, "Oh, you have your collar on my cat," and I'm like, "I'm sorry, your cat's literally been nonstop on my porch and on my little balcony thing." And, so I was like, I put the collar on to see if anybody owned her because, like, she just been around, all the time, And she's like, "Well, she sleeps with me every night." Or no, Jaden was a girl, yeah. "She sleeps with me every night." And I was like, "Well, that's weird because 'cause she's been on my porch every day at, like, midnight, 2:30 in the morning, 3 AM, like, are you sure she's sleeping with you?" But, yeah, a Savannah cat, but I'm afraid it would beat up my dog. And so yeah, yeah, and I have a friend who has a Bengal, and, it, like, trashed her house. Like, she loves the cat, but it's, like, wild. I'm not saying they're all that way, but, like, makes me nervous. But I want a cat that's gonna stay smaller. I don't want, like, a big chunk of chunk cat. I want a tiny cat. I want a little tiny baby cat. I don't know. Similar to Blonde Farm Girl. Oh, no. 9-minute warning. 4-minute warning. I'm gonna log off a little bit early because I started early. And that way I won't be quite so late picking up Frank. Oh, I can't get enough of this little kitten. She's so cute. I know, and I'm gonna have to disturb you in a minute. I know, so cute. Let's see. See, once you like, she doesn't like some cats will kind of stay asleep. She does not. She goes instant like battle mode. See, she doesn't. She's weird. She doesn't really like to be held, but she wants to cuddle. Yeah. Get one of those cats with the short legs. Well, the little dwarf cats don't live very long, but they are adorable. I looked at all these different cat breeds when I thought Mike was gonna get me some fancy pedigreed cat, and I was like, "I don't want any of those. I just want, like, a street hardy, like" and I love the way kittens smell. They have that, like, the little baby cat smell. I don't know, guys. You know, just huff a kitten. They smell. Oh, I just love little babies. I just love little baby animals. Yeah. She's not a kitten anymore. She's a teenager. Yeah. Well, let's see. She's 6, 7 months now. Yeah. We just got her fixed last month. So, yeah. I'm sorry. I know I disturbed you, but I'm gonna be leaving. I had to go get your mama. I know you love your grandma though. You're a good girl. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I just want my own little baby kitten. My own little baby kitten. Because Frankie's always like, "You're trying to steal my cat." I'm like, "I'm not. She comes over to me." Like, I even discouraged her from, like, hanging out with me, but I'm the one that's here. And then Frankie would go, like, 2 weeks where she, like, wasn't hardly home, and but she was a kitten. So she was like, you know? Yeah. That's right. Tim and Meredith, Lady Meredith, are live tonight in just a couple minutes, and after that, you got MT Homestead, and then after that, you got Brian, and I think that's it. I don't know. No, Peter at Old Man King Homestead, I think, is after that. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Well, it's a little late now, sister. I forgot to change it to live chat this whole time, but hey, whatever. It's fine. Um, oh, hey Tim. Long time no talk. I hope you guys are doing well. Yeah. So yeah, make sure you go bug Tim and Meredith. You guys set a date yet? What's happening? When are we having the party? That's all we care about. I just need to know where you're registered and when's the party. That's the important part, Tim. That's all we need. Arkansas, what's up? I can't stay awake long enough to get through MT, so I always miss Brian and Peter after him. Yeah. Well, and I always have to immediately leave to go pick up a kid. So, but that'll change next year. Next year she'll be driving herself, and I won't have to go pick her up. And then I'll never see her. What's up, my Alaska? Ah, I know. Tim can't go early. It takes him too long to put on his makeup. I know. Gosh, these guys, I'm telling you. All right, guys. Well, I have now been on for an hour since I started early, since Mama V got off early, and I'm gonna go get off early. So go grab a drink, go potty, do what you need to do, and get ready for Tim and Meredith. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. If you did not hit that thumbs up, make sure you hit it on your way out. And Daniel Picola, thank you for the $50 super chat. Appreciate you. Um, Mike appreciates you. Bullets Fund. Anyway, guys, I hope you all have a great rest of your night. Love you guys, and happy early birthday, Auntie Anne. And British short hair or Russian blue. There is a brown short hair, something that has maybe it was a British short hair that I saw. It's brown with blue eyes, and I was like, oh, that one's really cute. But also hard to find certain things like that probably in Mississippi. I'm not in California anymore, where we have all the fancy creatures. So anyway, appreciate you guys, and as always, stay blessed. And remember, where's my button? There we go. Safety's off.